and it's split up in 2.
I
You've
just
got
know President and White House.
the lawmaker people. There are 2
Gamer time. Welcome to the GRYITH show. No pre-show or anything. We're just jumping straight in, and it's not virtual either. That's next week. I'm joined today by my wonderful, wonderful compadres. We've got Frog,
Hello.
Mint from
Hello.
Twitch.tv/TheMint. Jess, what should I plug? Should I plug your Fiverr?
I guess. Yeah.
Fiverr.com/frog.
I wish.
And we've got Caden. Should I plug
Yay!
anything for you? No one's watching this anyway, so it doesn't particularly matter. But you know, if you want to,
My YouTube channel's called KD Works. Also, give me a job. Give all my friends jobs.
yeah, I second that last part.
Give
and
them
the first part.
employment immediately.
Please give me a job. I will be homeless.
Yay!
Everyone cheer for destitution.
Yay!
Anyway, this is quite the week. Do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Hi.
This is the week when all of the consoles really. Well, this week and next week, all of the new shit's happening. Fucking a bunch of launch games dropping, bunch of consoles dropping, which means that all we have to talk about today is the marketing materials for those things releasing.
Yay!
Yay!
We're talking about stuff.
I
Talking about
love
stuff.
consoles.
Woohoo!
I think talking about stuff should be the subtitle of this show. Randu says, "Yay! I'm getting an Oculus instead of a PS5." Good plan, quite honestly.
It's cheaper.
It is cheaper.
Yeah.
It's half the price, and there's plenty of stuff to do on Oculus and on PC because the Oculus 2 obviously natively connects to your
Yeah,
PC
and there's
version.
like no games on a new consoles yet.
Especially, well, you know what? We've got some delays to talk about in the show. Let's just jump. I don't want to say. I always say let's jump right into the news, but then I have to think about Keemstar for the whole rest of the show, and I don't want to think
Oh,
about
no.
Keemstar. So let's jump straight into the news with an important announcement on the future of Friday the 13th, the game. Now, I know that everyone
Future.
here is a huge fan of Friday the 13th, the game.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Guess what? They're shutting down the servers. I know.
Oh.
I know. And everyone's acting like this is some big shock. No one could have seen this coming.
And the game of the generation's gone.
A game that released half the generation ago and is like, is it an indie game or is it like?
I'm pretty sure it's indie.
I'm pretty sure it's indie. So it's not surprising that its servers are shutting down. But they're doing one final update that makes it so that you can. It's easier to play with your friends locally or create your own small servers. But their big matchmaking servers are going to be gone, deceased. Much like the people that Jason kills in the Friday the 13th franchise.
Spoilers, dude.
I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty shitty of me, especially because Jason doesn't kill anyone until Friday the 13th Part 3. It's a fun fact for you there.
That's a fun fact.
Well, normally I'd be like, what do you guys think of this? But do I need to? What are your thoughts on Friday the 13th, the game, guys?
As an,
I don't own it.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when it was announced, however many years ago, but that was about it. My thoughts didn't change from that,
Yeah. And now it's gone.
and now it's gone.
It swiftly
Oh,
arrived and
shit.
swiftly left.
I could fucking visit the developers.
Could you? Are they like right next to you?
Like, they're based in Golden, Colorado. That's like an hour away.
Oh my god.
Oh,
The next piece of news we have is huge news, and is everyone sat down because this might shock you? This might push you off your feet. This is pretty huge.
I did not get up in between joining the call now, so
I just wanted to make sure. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, the Angry Video Game Nerd games are getting a re-release very soon.
yeah.
Or
Oh,
they've already
cool.
come out. I don't care. Anyway, They replaced the nostalgia critic with some fucking loser. The nostalgia critic is no longer in the game, and I will not stand for this. He remembers it, so you don't have to. Well, why did you not remember him? Hmm?
It's Pink Floyd's The Wall over again.
I didn't want
is.
to.
How could you not want to remember Douglas Walker?
Doug Walker himself.
Oh, I see. It's already out on Switch, and it's gonna come to the other consoles later.
I can't wait to play the
It's on
Angry
Switch and
Video Game
Steam.
Nerd game on my Switch. That's what I want to do with my time.
Thank
Wow.
God. I want
My
to get
favorite
nice
next-gen
and snug in
title.
bed
I've
and
heard...
unwind with
I've-
Video Game Nerd, the video game.
I've heard it's really good for a YouTuber game.
That's a bar you can crawl over. Okay.
Why would I play Angry Video Game Nerd, the video game, when I can play AFK Arena with Markiplier?
That is true. That is true. Markiplier is there. Who would you think would
doesn't
win in an
PewDiePie
actual...
have a game too?
Yeah, it's like
He's got a couple, hasn't he?
mobile.
Yeah, it's a YouTuber simulator or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, whatever.
He's like, "Hi, it's me, PewDiePie. Remember to say your slurs."
Remember to say your slurs 5 times a day. Keeps the N-words away. Oh no.
As God
Oh
intended.
no. Anyway, next story. Yakuza Like the Dragon got some early reviews.
Ooh.
I'm talking about this where I don't normally talk about Yakuza because this one looks like it might actually be interesting, unlike all of the other Yakuza games, which look like the most boring thing since Shenmue.
Oh gosh, that's oh.
I know. But this one looks like it might actually be a little interesting, and it's getting pretty good reviews. I'm looking at the OpenCritic page here. I do also have the Metacritic somewhere, but it's got a critic score of 94%, which is pretty freaking great.
Does it, or does it not, at Bakamitai?
I don't understand what these words are that you're saying right now. You're speaking gibberish to me. I'm gonna...
Okay.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Sounds like a you problem, but okay.
It is a me problem. That's why it frustrates me so much. I need to have the knowledge. I cannot fathom it, though. Next story.
Okay, yes, it has it.
People have been getting their Xbox Series X's early, and this was fine. This is like normal. Sometimes things get delivered early, you know, shit happens. The funny part about this is that people have had Microsoft fucking running to their social media accounts, and one guy even had Microsoft go to his house and be like, "We need you to sign an NDA right now."
Oh wow.
Which is a great.
Wait, what?
Yeah, normally when stuff accidentally gets delivered to a couple people early, places generally don't care. But for some reason, Microsoft's been like, guys, we need you to sign this NDA right now. You're not allowed to say anything about the fucking console. If you say anything, you're over. You're done. You're never going to work in this town again.
Oh jeez,
No.
that's extreme.
Yeah.
It's only like, when is it supposed to be
I
released?
have
Like
a
this week?
family.
Well,
Oh.
it releases on the 12th, I think.
Yeah.
Or
So,
the
yeah,
month.
next few days. So it's
Yeah.
weird that people are like, no, don't say anything until not even a week later.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
talk about
It's
it.
bizarre, especially because
Also,
all
it's
of the-
hardware.
yeah, it's hardware. It's not like there's any games or anything for it. And you'd think that, like, seeing as all of the review embargoes have lifted now, people are talking about it, you know, their review
Yeah.
copies, you'd think they wouldn't care that much. Unless the retail copy is, like, somehow significantly different from the review versions of the console that people have been getting. I
Yeah.
don't think there's any sinister thing behind it. I don't think people are going to start receiving Xboxes
No.
and they're going to be like hugely different from the the review copies.
Yeah.
I just think it's Microsoft being a company.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll never forget the time I got Sonic Generations for 3DS a day early, and I was like, oh, they must really like me.
Aww.
They
It was
knew.
great.
They finally got my
Tokyo Game.
letters.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next story. So I'm sure you're all aware that you can't currently play Fortnite on iPhone. I'm sorry to dredge up bad memories. I know you guys are all epic Fortnite gamers, and you haven't been able to play Fortnite because they fucking took it off the App Store. There's hope. There is hope.
What?
There is.
I could see hold
Fortnite's
down
gonna
some
be back
icons
on
again.
iPhone via GeForce Now.
Oh, thank God.
I know. It's very great. You can finally play Fortnite through a good Wi-Fi connection for an hour at a time. That's how it's meant to be played.
Thank fuck.
Fortnite lives on.
And we, as I said earlier, we are having a review embargoes lifted for the various next-gen consoles that are going to be releasing, and by various I mean the two. First up, we have the Xbox Series X. Generally, this has been a really weird set of reviews to read through as they've come out, because generally when things get reviewed, there's like a big breadth of opinions across the board from different places. But for the consoles, it's the first time ever that I've seen people saying the exact same things over and over again. It's very strange. The general consensus seems to be the Series X is pretty great. It just doesn't have any games. And the PlayStation 5 seems to be... The PlayStation 5 is pretty great. And its controller is even better. People fucking love the DualSense controller.
It looks really cool.
It does. People love that. I swear, if my PS5 arrives and I touch that controller and I don't instantly achieve climax, I'm going to be a little disappointed, honestly.
You need to feel that dual sense in your pants, you know?
You do.
I do. It'll be like the end of Trover Saves the Universe. Spoilers for Trover Saves the
Oh
Universe.
yeah, everyone played that game.
Yeah,
to completion.
come on, guys. We all know the ending of Trover Saves the Universe, right?
We all have VR headsets.
Yeah, obviously.
He gets the PS5 dual sense.
He does. He says,
God,
"I'm
I
here to
can't wait
announce
for
the
Neutron to
PS5
life."
DualSense." Oh, Pickle Rick. That's what he says. Yeah, new Drawn to Life coming out. I never played Drawn to Life before, but people like it.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
I
Yeah.
remember really enjoying Drawn to Life 2 on my DS. I remember really enjoying that. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I was a baby, so who knows?
Well, what do you guys think of the look of this new one?
It looks the same.
I can only hope it has the same emotional depth that the other two had.
Yeah, there was
And
like
if
some
it doesn't,
weird
I will be
stuff that wasn't there.
disappointed.
I hope so too. I really can say I've only heard of these games through the legends, and by which I mean the forums, just people talking about them. But it is going to be releasing on mobile and Steam and Switch, so there's plenty of ways that you can get a hold of it. Next up, Warframe's getting a next-gen version. Come on, guys.
Whoa.
Warframe? Now with 63 million users. It's the only reason I ever talk about Warframe. That's my favorite clip. 63 million losers.
53 million movie. Wow.
Wow. PlayStation released a bunch of like instructional videos on what it's like to use the PS5 interface, which is kind of weird if you ask me.
Well, weird walkthrough to have. I guess there's no games yet, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this previous weeks, but we keep saying every time a console announces a game that's meant to be happening at launch, 2 weeks later it's, oh, this is actually coming out second half of 2021. I mean, I can't blame them. There's been reasons why people haven't been able to work on games this year. But at the same time, consoles need games. Anyway, I thought this one, the PS5 recommended settings one, was interesting because it has it shows off a feature that PlayStation is yet to like talk about, which I think is cool, which is that you can select default game presets. So you know when you start up a game and it's like set the edges of your screen, do you want subtitles on, what difficulty do you want it in performance mode or resolution mode? Well, on PlayStation 5 you can set it in your system so that it automatically applies these settings when you start up a game.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a little time-saving thing.
It's
very handy.
Faster. Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that in the video, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Godfall's coming out, guys. Godfall. Remember Godfall?
Yeah.
No.
You don't remember Godfall, one of the PS5 launch titles? It's about men and they have swords.
Wow, that sounds really unique.
Where's Bug Snacks? I want to see more Bug Snacks.
I agree. That's going to be the killer app for the PS5 launch.
What's Bug Snacks 2 coming?
They're relying on Spider-Man Miles Morales. They are about to get hit with a wave of bug snags. Randu says, I love this game already. Godfall doesn't even look bad. It's just that the way they talk about it doesn't make it seem promising. They're like, it's the first looter slasher ever. Looter hack and slash ever. And it's like,
Is it, huh?
Oh. Right, there's already a bunch of those. Just the perspective is top down. This is just third person.
Yeah. And
they could say the first FPS looter hack and slash.
Yeah, and they keep on social media talking about, guys, you do know there's going to be like loads of microtransactions in this game. They're not like literally saying that, but every time someone asks them how the loot system works, they're like, well, you can do this, this, and this, or you can buy credits in the store, which can allow you to level up fast. And it's like, what?
That
No.
sounds like a modern day looter,
I think that defeats the point of playing the game if you can just
Don't worry, you
win.
don't even have to play the game.
For $100 USD, you will immediately win the game and view the credits.
From the start of the game,
Unlock
if you
the
spend
credits
100
for
USD,
USD.
it'll take you straight to the end of the game in the credits. You don't even have to watch the final cutscene. It's fine.
You don't even have to play the game.
Buy 100% completion.
This new speedrun strat, guys. It only costs $100.
Speedruns. Pay money.
God, that's a metaphor.
Oh, it is. Sega.
Who?
Is restructuring. I want everyone to raise their hand if they care about Sega's corporate restructuring. Alright, I can't see any raised hands, so I'm gonna skip this one.
I don't have time to worry about what the hell Sega's doing. I've got Kit Kats to eat.
Yeah, I don't think Sega knows what they're doing.
They haven't for many years. I'm surprised. They've been surviving by the skin of their teeth. They've been skimming across the fucking market. Surviving by the shrill of their boots.
So hopefully Yakuza's actually a hit this time.
Yes, hopefully.
People are saying good things, to be fair.
I wore my PT shirt especially because there's been a lot of rumors that the new Silent Hill game that has been whispered about for a couple years now is going to finally be revealed at the Game Awards in December.
Ooh.
And I'm sick and tired of fucking news outlets getting my hope up for Silent Hills. It never happens. There is not going to be a Silent Hill reboot. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's like Portal 3. It's not going to happen. It isn't. It's
You can't add Half-Life 3 to that anymore because now there's like a feasible opportunity for Half-Life 3 to exist.
it's not going to happen. I'm just going to get my hopes up for Silent Hill, and then it's going to fucking... Jeff Keighley's going to walk out and go, we have a representative from Konami here to talk about...
Valve, Gabe Newell, which
a Metal Gear Survive 2.
Can you imagine? That would be the fucking best.
I am sick and tired.
I would genuinely.
What, Metal Gear Survive 2 you'd be really excited for?
That would be fucking hilarious. Oh wow.
Oh god. Next up, Spider-Man Miles Morales has had its early reviews have come out. Generally, people are saying that it is it's a much more, it's an improved experience over the first game, but it's also half the length,
Oh,
which isn't
that's a
surprising.
problem.
It is a
For
problem.
me, that's not a problem.
Yeah, it's not
'cause
surprising because it's basically a
I didn't finish
standalone
the first
DLC.
game because I was done with it.
Right. Did you just
So-
like? Had you played as much as you were gonna play?
Yeah. I think I don't know how far I got. I didn't complete it, but I was like, I've had my fun.
Yeah, yeah. Randu says, "I want to play it, but Spider-Man is Spider-Man." You're gonna have to expand on that. I don't know what you mean. You mean you
To
play
be
too many
fair,
Spider-Man
you
games?
beat
Spider-Man is Spider-Man. I think. Yeah, sorry, not I think. I don't think anything. I haven't played the game, but reviews generally say that it has a much better open world activities. They feel like they're actually impactful now. It's not just land on a car and do a fucking QuickTime event and then you've done it. That was the side activity. Hope you liked it.
Okay, that's good.
It's like actual side missions now, you know?
Yeah.
Which is
As
cool.
long as I feel like I'm swinging with the swagger of a black team, I think I'll be alright.
Oh no, that
GameSpot.
clip.
Oh
no.
god, GameSpot. Do you know what the worst part about that clip is? I was thinking about it yesterday evening. The worst part about that clip isn't even. It's not like he wrote that and then just put it out without thinking about it. He would have had to write it, send it through to his editor. His editor would have had to say yes. Then the video editor would have also had to say yes to the script. Then it would have had to have been recorded by us and checked over by the sound recordist for GameSpot. And then the video editor would have to look at it a million times whilst they're editing the video. And then whoever uploads their fucking videos would have had to hear it as well. And none of the people across that chain thought, that line's a little weird.
Yeah, you said that about anything that comes out like that. It's like, wow, this went through so many people's hands, and not one person went, ooh.
Yeah, it's just shocking. I can't imagine that going through, unless it was a case of like people were like, ooh, and then they were like, can you explain this? Can you justify this? And he was like, no, you don't understand. And he spent like an hour explaining it, and they were like, well, just forget about it. We'll just post it.
Yeah, it's not that deep. And then it turns out.
Either that, or they were like, ooh, that's kind of weird, but it'd be kind of awkward if I brought that up with it. So, I'll keep quiet about it. It could be that. Point is, it's silly and goofy.
epic.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm getting it with my PlayStation, basically for free. I think I'm paying £1 for it, because I got a bundle. I got an epic bundle. Oh, Randu says, I kind of don't want to play the same game with the same mechanics, and it's basically the last game. That's fair. Quite honestly, if you've gotten what you wanted to get out of the first game, there's no reason to play the second. I want to play it because I finished the story and then I kept playing, only to realize that there's nothing else to do after you finish the story and done all the DLC. And the DLC is kind of boring, high key. Anyway, moving on. Astro's Playroom got a gameplay trailer. Loads of people have been talking about Astro's Playroom. It's so weird. I've never seen this happen before, except for like, no, I don't even think it happened with like we play or anything. Like this is a preloaded demo game for what the system can do, right? But I'm seeing like full reviews. Like this is supposedly a 4-hour game. Just on the system. It's so Astro's Playroom's just so weird to me. I don't get it.
Well, yeah, I guess it's very
Console
true.
components. They already peaked with this format with Rabbits Go Home.
Oh
in
my
which
god, yeah.
A rabbit is trapped in your Wii remote and will interact with the buttons.
It's so
inside
good.
the
I
remote.
love it. And you gotta shake it like every time to calibrate it. It's so good.
Yeah. Why would I play Astro's Playroom? I can just go back to Rabbits Go Home.
You could. I mean, I'm just trying to think of other like preloaded tech demo
I don't
games.
respect that eye gap.
Face Raiders on 3DS.
Face Raiders. Oh, if anyone had a fucking Vita, like Frobisher says, would be the Vita version.
Well, they also had the AR cards on
Oh
the
god.
3DS.
Remember those? Remember all the use everyone got out of those?
They were awesome.
The like 5 minutes that people
Oh, yeah,
spend
my
playing
camera and
those.
stuff.
Wow,
Well-
look, it's the camera. It has a camera. God, I don't think I ever actually used my 3DS camera ever.
No, as in it was a gimmick.
Yeah, I just think that like
100%.
besides those AR cards, I don't think I ever.
You mean you never
used them.
took 2 megapixel photos in
No,
3D?
I got my
I
fill of
used them
that
to
when I had a
make
DSi.
memes.
Oh, that would that makes sense. Making
Awkward.
epic memes. But no, I never. I don't even know if my fucking 3DS had a camera. It did. I'm just
I
playing.
will not forgive Nintendo for nerfing the Wii channel.
Oh, never
the
forgive.
Me
Never
channel.
forget. They keep
It's like,
playing
oh,
it
where
down.
can
They
I
keep
use all my
playing these
Mii's?
down.
And they're like, in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Bros.
And in your profile picture.
Yeah.
And Mario Kart.
That's
as
it.
well.
You get
Nowhere
nothing.
else.
You know, you can't even drag them around and wiggle them across your screen and
It's
pretend
like,
you're talking.
Honestly,
Go to settings,
What's the
make
point?
me.
I'm telling you, if they release Switch version of the Mi Plaza, they charge $60 for it.
Oh, they would. And, it would
and
have
I
no
would pay for
functionality.
it because
I
I
would
would
be there day one.
Fucking Wii Plaza.
Oh my god, guys, what would you do if they ported Wii Sports? Because they could.
Cop.
If it's not Wii Sports Resort, I'm not going to buy it because
agree,
they're
I-
stupid.
I want to play the dogfight mini game in Wii Sports Resort and nothing else. Thank you.
I
I want to
got
play
the
this
Resort.
duel, the sword fighting duel with all the CPUs by just like shaking the Joy-Con as the greatest thing as possible.
I
That's the
want
only
you to
strategy to
know.
win.
I want you to know, as someone who used the fence, that is the actual strategy to win.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you just wave it around. You just wave
Yeah,
it around.
no. You don't just wave it around. You've
Your
got to
tactics.
scream as well. You've got to go. Ah! and
You
run
scare 'em.
towards them as fast as they can before they can react and get hit.
Sure about that, Jesse? Sure that's what you're gonna do? Or was that just what you did?
Josh, it was in the rules, and I got like accolades for it. Not accolades. I was told that I was doing good things by doing what I was doing. So
You know what? All of my power to you.
Yeah.
I was just screaming at people, running at them, and giving them a stab. And
I
what
guess
more could you want out
it
of your
worked.
school
Yeah, right.
experience?
That's fair.
It is.
Why does the PlayStation 5 review have a pause screen with Persona 5?
I have no idea. But on the point of the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X has about 800 gigabytes of free storage on it. The PlayStation 5 has a little under 700 gigabytes. And considering that most next-gen games are averaging about 100 gigabytes, thereabouts, that's pretty worrying. At least to me.
Remember when we used to like use optimization strategies so that games weren't like 100 fucking gigabytes? and now
the
they're
good
just
old
like, eh.
days.
You don't
I-
need your hard drive, fuck you.
I remember the day my copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 arrived, and I opened the box, and there were 2 Blu-ray discs in there.
Yeah. That was a shock. I was like, oh, I know this is a huge game, but my god.
I guess I
I think
can't
that's
play
the one
for
thing
like
Nintendo
2
has
days
over the
now.
competition is they can still fit their games on those little cartridges,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and like it's not a lot.
Yeah, well, you say that, but there are several games that like I have cartridges for, and then it's like, sorry, you can't play this game until you download the update that's like 10
Oh,
gigabytes.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, no, that is worrying.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess they
not
want you
much.
to buy the £100 like exclusive memory card.
Well, that's the
basically what
thing.
it is.
Whilst Xbox does have up to 1 terabyte expansion memory cards, PlayStation, at least at launch, does not. And PlayStation does not support expandable SSD storage. What it does support is expandable HDD storage, but you cannot store PS5 games on HDD. You can only store PS4 games on HDD. What I'm saying is, you
Gee,
cannot
that's-
expand your PS5 game storage at all at launch.
So you could buy 7 PS5 games, they'd be like with enough space.
Yeah, you could buy 6 PS5 games and a small PS5 game, and you
Time
might
to
have enough.
invest in bug snacks.
You don't need to
That's
invest
7
if you have
copies of
PS
Bug
Plus. That right there, that's 7 copies of Bug Snacks. Maybe 8 if Bug Snacks is nice and tiny.
Yeah, for sure.
Next one, again relevant to my PT shirt that I'm wearing.
Oh, dear.
Because PT has finally been confirmed to not be playable on PS5. Whilst before, it was confirmed by people with review copies of the PS5. Sorry, these were early, these were like developmental copies of the PS5. You could play PT by transferring it on a hard drive from your PS4 to your PS5. Since then, an unnamed company, I wonder who, has contacted Sony and forced Sony to change their entire backwards compatibility system in order for PT to not work.
I wonder which company would be
It's a
would
real-
be enough of a crybaby whore.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Throw a
unnamed,
tantrum
so
over
they
this.
can't be like a big company or anything.
The
you know?
absolute level of piss baby fucking like brattiness that unnamed company has towards PT blows my mind. The fact they would go out of their way to make Sony change an entire like system.
Like, no.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, like,
I'm
no,
gonna,
we
you
don't.
know
We
what?
don't
I'm
want
gonna
this.
homebrew my PS5 to play it anyway because I don't respect them.
Oh my god.
Who? We don't know who they are.
Yeah.
All we
don't-
know, we don't know their game publisher. It could be a pachinko
Yeah,
machine
but-
company.
I know,
Oh, we know.
Oh,
what
it
they've
could be.
done, and as such, I do not respect them.
God, the things they've done, the things unnamed company has done is unforgivable. Yeah, here we have a lovely picture. You can download PT onto your system, but when you click on it, it says this PS4 game is not playable on PS5,
Woo.
which makes me very angry. I was very much looking forward to playing PT in 4K, but I guess that's a dream that'll never happen. I guess there's always the Unreal Engine version, huh? The fan-made version, huh? I've always got that.
But at least you can have it on your PlayStation 5. So you just look at it and stare at it.
Just look at it, caress it, take screenshots of the icon on my PS5.
But don't touch it.
Never touch it.
No.
I'm just worried
Looking
now
at it.
that when I like plug my PS4 into my PS5 to transfer data, it's going to be like, now deleting all games.
Lost to the void.
Yeah. Next up, so I praised PlayStation 2 weeks ago when they were like, we only have 10 PS4 games that are not compatible with PlayStation 5. I was like, well done, PlayStation, that's really cool. Since that time, several companies have come out saying, actually, more games than that are not compatible. Ubisoft said it. Ubisoft said games like Assassin's Creed Syndicate and one of the older versions of For Honor are not compatible with PS5. And now, and you know, I know everyone's going to be missing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But now Rockstar Games have come out and said that the following games are not going to be compatible on Xbox Series X, Bully Scholarship Edition, Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto Episodes from Liberty City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Midnight Club Los Angeles, Red Dead Redemption, and Rockstar Games presents Table Tennis. And on PS5, these... Yeah.
So what's it? That's basically the that's like 6th generation, like all
Yeah.
the games from 6th generation.
Yeah. It's basically a lot of the ones that were like PS2 games ported over, just can't be played. Yeah, here we go. Bully, Grand Theft Auto 3. Yeah, basically the same. Oh, the original Max Payne, unplayable. Oh well. One of these days we'll blink and Max Payne will not be playable on anything anymore. I think the mobile version's obsolete now because they refuse to update it. It's one of those ones where like the Dead Space game by EA, when
Oh, yeah.
Android changed their audio driver thing for Android, and EA refused to update the app to comply with that. They were just like, it just didn't have any sound anymore. It just screamed at you constantly. So instead of fixing it and updating it, they were like, we'll just remove the app from the store. Max Payne, on the other hand, just doesn't have any sound.
So weird. Even Dead Space, like mobile, with its own original story, which I thought was really cool for them to do.
Yeah, Dead Space mobile, the mobile Dead Space game was the game that got me into gaming. Like,
Oh, right.
yeah, not even exaggerating. I played that game on my iPod Touch, and I was like, wow, I wonder if I can play more Dead Space. And I looked it up and I was like, whoa, the PlayStation 3? What's that? And I got one just to play Dead Space, the original Dead Space. Randu says, the only game I want with PS5 is Fallout 4. Well, don't worry. If you put your disc in there, you can play it. Or if you don't have Fallout 4, you can get it with PS Plus, because the PS Plus collection has Fallout 4 in it. What got me into gaming was Fallout 3. That's a good game. I do like Fallout 3. Next up, the Medium Spin
Fallout was
delay.
a good franchise.
Fallout was a good franchise. You know, just earlier today, my Steam glitched out, and it said that I was playing Fallout 76 for like 5 hours when I wasn't doing that. I did not have the game open, but Steam said I did.
So it must be true.
So it
All
must
hail
be true.
Steam.
Gabe. All hail Gabe.
Thank you, Gabe.
He's gonna shoot a
Gabe, buddy,
he's gonna
we've
shoot
got
a
some
gnome into outer
problems.
space. Did you hear this? Gabe's gonna shoot a gnome into outer space because he's a
Yay.
billionaire and he can do what he likes, and he's gonna shoot a gnome into outer space.
Gabe for Gabe.
Yay for Gabe. The Medium has been delayed until 2021.
Sad times.
Yeah, that was the only Xbox launch title I was actively looking forward to. It's also the only Xbox launch title that I can name, and I'm pretty sure it is also the only one, or was also the only one.
Was it launch or was it like? Well, it says in my article this December, which sounds right, from what I remember.
Yeah, it says it was previously going to release December 10th. I think the thing about launch titles is there's like a launch window. I think,
right. Okay.
yeah, I think any time between like beginning of November to like January 1st counts technically as a launch. Like technically, Cyberpunk 2077 is a launch title for
We'll see.
the next gen, but you know, if that releases, full stop.
Yeah, for sure. I know, that's a shame about Medium. It looks really interesting.
Yeah, it does look really interesting. I just hope it can deliver.
Mm.
Do you know, actually, speaking of Xbox exclusive horror games, did anyone see that fucking gameplay for Gorn? Because that shit was fucking incredible. No one has fucking talked about Gorn. Gorn, like, it's taken its artistic inspirations, which, you know, H.R. Geiger, and it has gone fucking crazy with them. It looked like every single frame of the gameplay video they posted. It's a 13-minute long unedited gameplay video. Every single fucking frame could be a H.R. Geiger painting. It's fucking insane.
All right.
Give it a look if you have a chance. Randy says, I'm sad that Fallout 76 became a flop. I'm not. They deserved it. It was a garbage fucking awful game. I'm sad that they decided to take a bunch of interesting cryptids, give them really fucking sick designs and really high quality character models, and put them in a dog shit lazy game. That's my opinion on Fallout 76. Next thing I wanted to talk about was Square Enix. You all heard about Square Enix? Did you hear that they lost $180 million on the Avengers game? Because no one bought it, and they were so sure that it was going to be like the biggest game of the year.
Wait, on what game?
The Avengers game.
Oh, the Avengers. Oh shit!
Yep.
Really?
I did not realize that.
Yeah. No one fucking bought that
They
game.
didn't exactly market it like at
They
all.
tried, Jess. They tried. They gave it like the war table things that are like its own special directs and the adverts all over the fucking place. But no one fucking bought it. No one cared. Nope. You go.
I'm gonna say maybe it could be down to the fact that nothing Marvel has come out this year, so people was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
If it had released like
Well,
end of last year,
it's fast food media, really.
it is. It is.
Marvel.
Yeah.
So maybe it's down to that. But wow, no, that's a lot of money.
It's so much money. Like it's between 170 million to 190 million.
Jesus.
And that is a lot of money to have lost.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Big
hit them
flagship
hard.
game as well.
Yeah. Apparently, oh my god. Apparently, it only sold 3 million. It only sold $3 million worth of copies.
That's across the board, like.
That's like globally.
Oh wow.
That's a big F.
Right. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say about the Avengers game. I've played 60 hours of the Avengers game. I really like it. It is a buggy mess, and most of its open world content is repetitive as fuck. But I think it is a really solid foundation for future content.
But they don't need that. They need that money now, not future content.
It's not going to get that future content because it's not suddenly, unless they can somehow convince Square Enix's higher ups, like, no, people are waiting. People are gonna buy it. They're just waiting for the extra content to come out.
They're waiting for it to, not suck, not be bugged.
Oh god, it's awful. I jumped back into it last week. Like, it's gotten buggier somehow since launch. They've added bugs somehow.
We released an update that fucks up the game even further.
This is an expansive update that breaks basically every part of the game unanimously across the board. Yeah,
I think the users will really love the end product we've chosen to put out.
Yeah, because I booted it up last week, and I was like, oh, let me try this new mission type they've added. I went in, got to the objective, it was like, well, kill these enemies. I punched an enemy, the enemy vanished, like, my fist connected with them, and they just vanished from the earth, never to be seen again. Then I turned around, and the Hulk was stuck in an animation loop, and then the game crashed.
That's your new hero ability. The unyielding void.
So yeah, the game's going well. Just don't show that to the Square Enix higher ups; they won't be very happy. Next story. PlayStation's finally adding the ability. Oh, it looks like Caden's Wi-Fi died. PlayStation is finally adding the ability to see. Yo, you alright?
Okay. Yeah. Discord just went crazy for a second.
Classic.
It's all good. I'm back.
Discord do be like that.
Sorry, you carry on. That was rude of me.
No, all good. PlayStation 5 is finally going to tell you how long you've spent in how many hours you've spent in games. A feature previously missing from every other PlayStation. Not only is it going to tell you that, but it's also retroactively going to tell you how long you've spent in PS4 games.
Oh, nice.
Yay. I always like seeing how much time I've wasted in games.
Yeah, same. Yeah. But you know what really bugs me about this? This means that they currently, right now, have recorded, are actively recording how many hours you spend in a game, but on the PS4 it just gives you no way to see that number. It's very strange.
Yeah, then they do that for Christmas, then or the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
So, you can see all your PlayStation statistics, and I think my most played game was something that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, mine was something I wasn't expecting.
You're probably something stupid like Uncharted collection, because obviously.
Yeah, mine was oh god, I remember mine was we've for the 20th anniversary is we've got all your times across the PS3 and the PS4. Your most played game on the PS3 is Borderlands 2. Your most played game on the PS4 is Borderlands 2. I was like, what?
Oh wow.
Have I played that much? What?
You
There's
did
no way.
used to play a lot of Borderlands. Like a
It's
lot.
shocking. That's absolutely embarrassing. I hope that's still not my highest for both of those consoles. That's.
What do you think it would be now? You have to guess.
I think now I reckon Control's up there because I put in so much time trying to platinum that game.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably the Uncharted collection's up there now because I've played that now. Final Fantasy 15 might be up there just because that's such a fucking long game. Red Dead's going to be on there because I played it twice on PS4. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I played
that
it all the
was
way
obviously
through
gonna be up
twice on
there.
PS4.
I think mine is probably Last of Us Part 2. Uncharted might still be up there, but it's going to be close between those two if I had to think about it.
Last of Us Part 2.
Remember that?
Yeah, have you played that much Last of Us Part 2?
No, not since I completed it. I was like, okay, not playing that again.
Yeah, I beat it. I want to play it through a second time, but if I can like skip all of the cutscenes, please, thank you.
You can. That's easy.
No, I don't want to have to do it manually. I want it to automatically just get me to the gameplay, please. That's the good bit.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, when you're in Seattle, and not the stupid like, oh, do a snowball fight.
Yes, yeah, just get me straight to when they jump over that thing and you see all of like that big open area in front of you, please.
Yeah, that was cool. It's a shame it only happened at one time, and that bit was boring in hindsight.
Yeah, yeah, it is a shame.
Yeah,
and it sets an unrealistic expectation. It's like, whoa, are there going to be like a bunch of open areas like this? And it's like one more in the whole game.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Yes, exciting though. Stadia news time. Someone set off the Stadia alarm.
Yeah, give me a
Stadia. Woo woo wee woo.
That's the Stadia alarm.
Woo woo.
Yeah. Stadia. Thank you. It's Stadia time. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? Are you ready to like scream and holler and whoop when I announce the Stadia news?
I'm sure ain't.
I'm ready.
They finally added family sharing to Stadia.
Woo! That means I can actually play it when I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, it means that everyone in the world who wants to play Stadia can just join one person's family library and everyone can play every game.
Wait,
I don't know.
I was gonna say that sounds like a bad idea.
It's really annoying though because it works off Google, like the Google Play family library system. So if you already have a family library on Google Play on your account, you can't join a separate family library on Stadia. It has to be the same one.
Oh. Interesting.
I see.
Yeah, kind of smells. But it does mean that I'm now going to be able to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey off of my brother's account on Stadia.
And I'm gonna be able to play on your account on Stadia.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Stadia game I'd ever want to play. I guess like Red Dead.
Yeah?
And that's it.
You've already got it. You've already got Red Dead.
Oh yeah, I have
You've
already
got
got
Red
it.
I know it's one of the many Stadia exclusives.
Oh yeah, that's
you
the
could
point
play,
actually. I do want to play that Fireman one. That looks quite fun.
You could play Guilt. Remember that?
Yeah.
You could play Rock
The
of Ages.
Fireman one.
Orcs Must Die 3. How about
Oh
that?
wow. You know I love Orcs Must Die.
Oh yeah.
Biggest Orcs Must Die fan over here.
Next up, a bunch of people saw a bunch of private videos on the PlayStation Australia and the PlayStation France YouTube channels.
And the PlayStation.
And before, and the PlayStation. But before they went private, there was a lot of talk on them about a state of play, meaning that a state of play is almost definitely going to happen within the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that. And remember, you heard it here first, unless you didn't.
then shut up.
Then you can forget about it, I guess. I mean,
That's the motto right there.
You heard
it
here first,
unless you didn't hear it here first.
The Mass Effect Legendary Edition exists, as we have known it did for like a year now, but EA's just been really coy about it. They've been like, oh, maybe there's going to be a Mass Effect collection. Who's to say?
We are, but no.
We might be. I mean, yeah, it's going to be Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 all in one game, which is great, because I've tried to play Mass Effect 1. I tried, but it's not aged well at all.
Right.
So it was very hard. It's very difficult.
No, I never played them. I've wanted to. They've always intrigued me if I didn't have anything to play on at the time.
Yeah. The new versions will not be full remakes, but BioWare intends to improve them so players can experience them in the best possible forms. This means better resolutions and frame rates. All single-player DLC and promotional items will be included. Elements such as textures, shaders, character models, and effects will be improved. The game missing from this collection is Mass Effect Andromeda. I wonder why.
My friend bought the Ultimate Edition, like pre-order, and he was very upset when it came out.
Poor soul. My brother almost got like the collector's edition. He's big into like collector's edition of games. If you go into his room in my parents' house, he's got like shelves and shelves and shelves of like Ubisoft collector's edition statues and Bethesda collector's edition like helmets and Pip-Boys and shit. It's insane. It's a mess, but it's kind of an awesome mess, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, there was a Mass Effect 3, wasn't there?
Did you forget about Mass Effect 3?
I was like, wait, there's a trilogy? When did the third one come out? I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing that existed.
Mass Effect 3 was like the most popular one, wasn't it?
You think I pay attention to Massive Effect?
You're right. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just today, the review embargo dropped. I was genuinely expecting this game to not be very good. I normally don't have high expectations for games that release a year after its predecessor. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey was good. But I was like, okay, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey is basically just like a refinement of what they did in Origins. So like, this is just going to be bad, right? Because, you know, how could it be better? But apparently this is like...
You know how it is.
Yeah, apparently this is not only the best of like the newest style of Assassin's Creed RPGs, but this is meant to be like the best Assassin's Creed game, full stop. Which surprises me?
Yeah, because again, I don't think I've cared about Assassin's Creed since Ezio wasn't the character anymore. So that's a good like... Almost 10 years now.
I feel like more, right? When was the last one with Ezio? Was like Assassin's Creed Revelations?
Yeah, I don't know what year that came out.
Assassin's
probably close to the 10 and 5.
Creed Revelations. Assassin's Creed Reddit came up before Revelations. I just think you should know
that. Epic.
2011.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Okay, so yeah, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't really like cared much for it, but from what I've seen, like it seems like a very interesting direction to go in.
I've
after
really
the
liked
Mediocrity series came,
because the games got so linear and so samey with like Unity and and Syndicate and those, you know, even like Assassin's Creed. Like Assassin's Creed 4 was the last good one, I think, is the general consensus. Yeah. And then after that, they were just like, we'll just make it like Assassin's Creed 2 again.
Yeah, stalk, kill. Yeah. Oh, real life stuff.
But then they were like, okay, guys, we're going to take a year off Assassin's Creed, and then we're going to come back. And then they came back, and it was like Origins, and it was basically just a completely different game. I mean, Origins doesn't even have assassins in it. Like in the whole game, there aren't any.
I guess it's Origins, so those who got it will build up to that.
At the very end, in the final cutscene, they're like, maybe we should make like a brotherhood or something. That would be crazy.
A creed, some
maybe
might say. We got the Assassin's Creed Origins all along.
like I don't remember there even being like hidden blades or anything in Origins, you know. And then Odyssey was great, but Odyssey was even further removed. In Origins, it was like, okay, you know, at the very end, it's like, we're gonna be the assassins now. And then in Odyssey takes place before Origins. Like, chronologically.
Greek, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like... And it like, at the very end of the game, it like tries to be like, well, maybe this is like... Maybe one of the... If you get the bad ending... then the main character starts the Templars, but if you get the good ending, then the main character is like a Greek god or something. Don't get me wrong, I loved Odyssey, but like the story was really, really vague.
Are they even like simulations of ancestors anymore? Or is it just like you're an assassin now?
There are live action, like real life segments where you play as a woman called, I don't remember her name. Honestly,
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, like you remember how in the pre-RPG Assassin's Creeds, every like 5 missions or so, it would kick you out of the Animus, so you could, and it would be like, remember, there's a bigger plot here happening in the modern day. Well, in Origins and Odyssey, it's like every 5 hours, it's like you get an email on your out of the Animus thing, and you can't even like manually boot out of the Animus. You can only play as outside of the Animus in like story segments. It's very strange. It's very strange.
Kind of cringe, actually. They kind of ruined the one thing I really liked about Assassin's Creed.
Do you know what game had the best implementation of that? Assassin's Creed 4. I fucking loved booting out of the Animus and like the fact that it changed it all the way to like first person, and like you could walk around the Abstergo offices and shit. That was sick. That was good shit. Anyway, Assassin's Creed is a series that still has entries happening, and this one's meant to be pretty good. I did want to actually say something about this. Oh yeah, this is meant to be like the best Assassin's Creed game, but like to me, this isn't even like Assassin's Creed anymore. Like it's so different now. Like apparently this game, like like apparently because Odyssey and Origins leaned a little bit into the mythical side, like. In Origins, as like side content, you could go and like fight Medusa or the Minotaur and shit and everything. You know, it's just side content. But in Odyssey, you travel to like Atlantis in one of the DLCs. But that's like DLC, so it's like, oh, you know, it's not really like part of the game. But in this one, apparently, you like meet like the Norse gods and shit, and it's part of the story, and it's like all like part of the plot now, like in lore.
Interesting direction.
Yeah, at this point, why even still call it Assassin's Creed? Why not? Like it seems like they want to make a different game. Yeah, it is. It's more of a brand than it is like a because it doesn't play like Assassin's Creed. It doesn't look like Assassin's Creed. It doesn't have the story of Assassin's Creed. But it's meant to be better than Assassin's Creed. Why not just call it its own thing? You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Is it though? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Next up, PS5 has its launch trailer, which is strange because I don't believe Xbox has had its launch trailer yet, and the Xbox releases in like 2 days. And it's very interesting because the PS5 launch trailer contains a lot of clips of non-PS5 games. Anyway, so did you know that the PS5 is releasing soon? Because I did not know that.
Oh.
I should probably like.
Oh right.
I should probably
PS4.
Yeah, I should probably get a pre-order, right? That's probably it'd be easy to get, right? Just grab a pre-order.
Yeah. It's got a
No
website, but
problem.
whoop, there it is.
There
Why
it
do they
is.
not want me to have one?
You're right. If I can't get a pre-order, it's because the company doesn't want people to pre-order it. Next up, Halo 4's coming to PC. Next up, Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks. Bug Snacks.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The bug snacks along.
Finally, I've been waiting all show.
It's got a fucking 80% on Metacritic.
Good. There we go.
Too low.
Do with that as you will. I agree. It's too low. It
Those
should be
first
100%.
3 though are all 90. So
They are. A lot of these
I
are like.
think
good
it deserves to be a
scores.
little higher.
Look at this. This is like, I
That's
think
it.
this is all of the, yeah, there are 15 reviews. None of them go lower than 70. I feel like this should be higher than a 79, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
think
this number's a little off.
There's like a lot of them that are 70, and that's why it like dips it so low.
Yeah, a lot of them are like most of them are like 80. And then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 70s. Then there's like 8 80s and 4 90s. 4 90s, baby. Anyway, I'm sure Bugsnax is going to be the launch game to look out for, mostly because it is the only launch game on either console.
Yay.
Spider-Man Miles who? More like Spider-Man Miles Prowler.
Nice. Spider-Man, Miles, Bugsnax. When?
Bugsnax! When are we getting Bugsnax and Spider-Man? Wait, spiders?
Are we getting spider
bugs?
snacks?
A spider is a bug.
Spider-Man eats bug snacks?
I wish.
It sounds like a gummy brand within the universe of Spider-Man. Bug snacks.
Bugsnax.
Did you do it for a bug snack, Spider-Man?
Oh, I'd do anything for a Bugsnax.
Hey, I love these. These are pretty good.
Whoa, they should make a game about these. That's a weird thing to say, Spider-Man.
Listen, I'm just saying, if they made some kind of like franchise out of this, I would absolutely play those games.
I'd buy like plushies and like a
And then
film
Miles
series.
Morales
Maybe.
looks directly into the camera.
Buy Bugsnax. Buy Bugsnax. So Sony released a PS5 remote play app on PS4 today. It just appeared on people's libraries. You didn't even have to like update your system. It just appeared. And like, it's weird to me that it's not something you have to go into the store and download, because it seems like a very slim use case like thing, you know? Like, in what situations am I gonna want to play my PS5 from my PS4? The only use case I can imagine is I get a PS5, put the PS5 in my living room, take the PS4, put it in my bedroom, and then maybe one day I'm too lazy to go into the living room and play on the PS5, so I want to play the PS5 from the PS4. That's the only use case I can think of.
Yeah, I can only think of that is for like people who are still at home, but like, oh, I want to watch TV. Like, oh, but I want to play Bugsnax. Oh, play it up on my PS4.
How am I meant to play Bugsnax in my room?
Yeah, I think there's people like that. It's like, if that's a problem, then great. But I feel like that's quite niche. But
It's so
I bet the
niche.
people who are going to use that aren't the people with £500 to spare.
Yeah. I thought of
I.e.
one other use
me.
case that really fascinates me, because I really want to see if it happens. Right here I have my PlayStation Vita. This has a PS4 remote play app on, and I'm willing to bet good money, very good money, that they're not going to release a PS5 remote play app for the Vita. I'm pretty certain on that one.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Pretty positive. Pretty
what might-
confident.
What might be interesting is if they release, if you can use the PS5 remote play app from the PS4 remote play app on the Vita, can I double remote play it?
That input lag
Try it
sounds awful.
now.
That input lag sounds horrendous, but it would be pretty lol funny to play Bugsnax on my Vita.
That's true.
Give
It's
it
the
a
way
go.
it was meant to be
See if you can,
played.
like, open the
I'll
app
try.
at
I'll
least.
try and connect my Vita to my PS4 now and see if I can do it. While we talk about our next story, which is, do you remember a couple weeks ago on this show we were talking about the only thing that can make Game Pass better is adding Netflix? Well,
They added Netflix.
they haven't added Netflix, I'm afraid, but what they have added is a Disney Plus. So
Oh, really?
yeah, if you get Game Pass Ultimate now, you get Spotify Premium, Disney Plus, Funimation, whatever the premium service of that is, and Postmates of all things.
That's and you get the console.
And
as
you
well.
get the
You
no,
get
no,
the
that's
console.
for all access, but you do get the
Oh,
games.
right.
Yeah, but you do get all of the games included on Game Pass, and you get Xbox Live Gold.
That's insane.
Couldn't connect it.
I wish Funimation didn't decide to be a bitch and leave Verve.
We don't get Verve
We don't
over
get
here,
Verve
so
here,
we missed all that
so
drama.
frick you. I wish we got Verve
Funimation
here.
be
It seems like
it's
such a good
Microsoft
service.
time.
Who sorry,
that is
you
like
just reminded me. Who is it that's
That's
like
media hub.
yeah? Who is it that just bought or is trying to buy Crunchyroll? Sony. Sony's trying to buy Crunchyroll. Just trying to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. You got Microsoft with Funimation and Sony with Crunchyroll. So none of the Funimation shit's gonna go on Crunchyroll. That'll be fun. Imation.
Great. So like half of the anime
both
that
of
people
them.
are talking about, it's like you gotta pick one.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
got
pick one service or the other.
For sure.
that'll be fun. Or you could get both if you fucking made of money.
Crunchyroll is unusable unless you're paying for it. Like, you genuinely can't watch anything. I don't know if it's a bug, but you will get genuinely 10 minutes of
looping
adverts
ads? Yeah.
every time there's an ad.
Yeah,
You
it's
get
awful.
10 minutes, and there's ads every 10 minutes. So you just can't even watch an episode.
Yeah. Well, in any case, just because I've noticed the time, let's go on to the next story, which is a Bloomberg article. I know, don't get too excited. And the title of the article is "Video Game Prices are Going Up for the First Time in 15 Years." The reason I'm talking about this article is because in this article it says that Sony, in fact, tried to make it so that for the PS5, games would cost more than $70. You'd be paying $80 for Bugsnax. Jess, would you pay $80 for Bugsnax?
I would pay $80 for Frog Detective, but I'm not sure about bugs.
What about Spider-Man Miles Morales? Would you pay $80 for that?
No. If I paid $80 for Bugsnax and they sent me like a gourmet meal that looked like Bugsnax, then I would buy it.
It just arrives like a fucking box arrives, and then you open it up, and it's like a rotting fucking.
A moldy burger with fry legs.
Here's your fucking bug snacks.
Just bugs just come out of the box.
Here's the bugs.
Eat up.
And here's your snacks.
PS5 has a big FAQ page right here that they released, and I made some notes about the interesting things on this FAQ page because not all of it's interesting. Big surprise. Oh no. Oh no, where's the interesting stuff? Here we go. Future firmware updates are going to make the PS5 capable of outputting resolutions of up to 8K.
Ooh, I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that yet. We're still getting used to 4K. But
Yeah, I just got this
okay.
new TV. Please don't do this to me. They're looking into storing PS5 games on HDDs, which is good.
Thank you.
The DualSense battery life is almost identical to that of the DualShock 4, which is good because a lot of people were claiming that it was going to be significantly shorter.
Oh, right. Okay. I say my my DualShock 4 runs out relatively quickly compared
Yeah,
to
mine
any other
runs
controller
out.
I have.
Yeah, mine runs out really quick. It's really annoying too because I barely ever use my controller anymore. I just use my PS4 as like a. I use my PS4 as a storage device for my PS Vita.
You kind of do. You normally
But-
just sit in bed and play like PS Vita and then cast the PS4 or
Mo-
whatever.
My PS3 and my PS4 are now just storage devices for shit to do on my Vita. Other DualSense colors are going to be coming in the future, which is not surprising.
Ooh,
Yeah.
is the white going to be different, or is the black going to be different?
Ooh, I guarantee. I bet they're going to keep the black the same on like all of them. I think that's something they'll do. I think I want to know: are the side plates going to be replaceable, like they have hinted at, or when they release collectible versions of consoles, are you going to have to buy the whole new console? Because before they hinted at, and it was rumored that for collector's editions of consoles, instead of having to like a whole collector's edition you have to buy separately, they're just going to sell faceplates for the console, and you just have to buy the faceplates and put them on your console, and you got the collector's edition now.
That'd be much better, because
Yeah.
buying a whole like collector's edition consoles sounds stupid.
Yes,
Like, oh yes, the Animal Crossing Switch. I get £300 for it.
yeah.
When I
Like,
already have the Switch, I'm not gonna do
don't
that.
get me wrong. Right behind me here, I have my Death Stranding PS4, but I did not have a PS4 Pro before, and I now do.
Yeah, that I can understand, because it's an upgrade of a game
Yeah,
that you
it's an
wanted
upgrade.
anyway. So it's just a cool thing to have that you wanted anyway.
Yeah, but when they yeah, exactly. But when they released the, I think Spider-Man one was also a PS4 Pro, but before that, the God of War one, I really like the look of the God of War PS4, but it's just a regular PS4 with a God of War paint job, basically. So there's no way I could justify it, you know?
Yeah, but no, with the plates, it's like didn't was it the new 3DS
I think it.
do that?
I think it was the
You can get different
small
plates for
version
it?
of the new 3DS, because I have the 3DS, the new 3DS XL, and you can't. I think it was just a small one.
Must be the one. But yeah, like that was a good idea, because you can actually like get your own little things with it and customize it yourself,
Yeah,
rather than getting a whole new.
yeah, absolutely. I think it would be a great idea if they just sell like the controller and the side plates. Like they'd sell so many more, I think.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good move on their part, and they could, who knows, they could sell like super special editions that like change the black strip in the middle to also be different. And then they could do both in that case. Sell side plates and sell like a whole special one.
For sure.
Xbox Game Pass announced its next selection of games. They're all pretty okay. Next story, the Dark Pictures anthology, guys. Remember? I know we all only just finished Little Hope, the Dark Pictures Little Hope, right? We're all big fans of the Dark Pictures Little Hope, right?
Oh,
I love
it.
the Dark
Love
Pictures.
it.
That's what
Of course.
And the best game of last year was, of course, Man of Medan.
Oh yeah, so good.
It was
Yeah.
an hour and a half of pure fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I mean, I won't ever deny that.
Well, they've
I won't
announced
deny that.
episode number 3.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's been 6 months already.
It's called House of Ashes, and it looks different. At least instead of being teenager gets lost in spooky location, this time it's military operative gets lost in spooky location.
Okay.
Can
I'm
I
looking
just
up
say
what they're
something?
Also, it's got Pazuzu from The Exorcist in it. Yeah, carry on.
I've been obviously looking at like game internships and jobs for the summer. Next summer. And every single time I've looked, what is it? Supermassive Games?
Supermassive, yeah.
they are always hiring, and that is a bad sign to me. Like very, very, very publicly hiring on LinkedIn and Indeed and like everywhere. They are like desperate. That is not a good sign.
Yeah, come on, join us. We have a high turnover rate, but that's okay.
Why does it? Why doesn't anyone want to work with us? What the heck?
We're super massive games.
Just like the Muse song,
really
Supermassive Black
large
Hole.
games.
You all saw Twilight, right?
Yeah, I love the baseball.
It's the best scene. Everyone loves that one.
Oh, Josh, can we watch the rest of the Twilight film, please?
What, just you and me?
No. Tom's got to see him as well.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, go on.
Caden, do you want to watch him with us?
I watched them too recently.
I
I
don't
don't
know. I
do it
got
again.
something on. I can't.
That's alright, that's
Ooh,
alright.
gonna have to skip out on Twilight. Ah, sorry. We had a little tease of Stranger Things season 4. How much do we all care about Stranger Things season 4?
Oh yeah.
I need to catch up. I'm still on season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever cared.
It's not
less
gonna get as
about
good as
Stranger
that.
Things in my life.
The Hellfire Club? Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing now?
It's yeah. Whatever happens in this season 4 involves something called the Hellfire Club. And at first I was like, "Damn, is it going to be like something epic?" And then I noticed that the logo for the Hellfire Club has like D20s on it, and I was like, "Oh, it's just their stupid, dumb nerd club for nerds."
Yeah, who plays D&D? Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Not
who
me.
would
Definitely
fuck
not
play
me.
a nerd
That-
game
Oh,
for
God.
Yeah, no nerds. We don't
Awful.
tolerate nerds here on the Grith Show.
No, definitely not.
Never ever. Anyway,
Not
moving
today.
moving on. I have here the release date guide for every 2020 film because Disney has moved their last 2 non-animated releases for the year indefinitely. Death on the Nile, I believe, the new Poirot film, the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express from a couple of years ago, has been delayed, and also Free Guy starring Ryan Reynolds has been delayed. Did we?
Is that Disney? I guess everything's Disney now, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
they own the studio.
yeah.
But yeah,
Epic.
just assume that it's all Disney. Yeah, check it out.
Oh,
Connected is
so Jungle Ride's still alright.
Oh my god. No, that's coming out. That's going to be coming out next year. If Jungle Cruise is coming out this year, I would know about it. Wonder Woman is coming out Christmas Day. No, it looks like Jungle Cruise isn't coming out this year. What the heck?
Oh,
Oh,
it has Jack Whitehall in it.
who the fuck? Jess? Oh, A24. A24 still hasn't fucking announced a new release date for The Green Knight. That was the only film
Alright.
I was actively looking forward to this year. And they were just
Well,
like,
you can play the D&D rip-off of it.
"Oh, I can. You're right. I can play the pen and paper RPG.
Yeah.
That's just as good."
No, that is obviously.
Oh, I was really fucking looking forward to that film. But
They
Free
can look
Guy,
forward to it a bit longer.
I can. Well, by the time it releases, I'll be like, I'm over it. Spider-Man 3 has started filming, I guess.
Yay!
And this, I'm very proud of Tom Holland because he didn't post a picture of the script open this time, which is what he's done for the past 2 Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
He's such a goofball, but he has.
He's wearing a
posted-
mask.
Yeah, Spider-Man's wearing 2 masks.
Funny.
Yeah, I literally laughing out loud. Oh my god, what
Yeah,
if
I was like,
I just had a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast. What if they
What's your
make
brain blast?
everyone wear masks for the whole shoot and then they CG out the masks
no.
and they like hand paint on everyone's mouths?
That
No.
sounds great.
No.
That would be
No,
I
not
mean,
hand
most
paint. They have to
expensive
use
film is
Microsoft Paint.
Spider-Man
No,
3.
they'd like annoying orange to mouth.
just everyone looks like fucking annoying orange. Oh no.
Hey, Fury. Hey, Fury. Hey. King this.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I cannot wait. But this means that
If it's not that, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Tom Holland's gone straight from the set of the Uncharted movie straight to Spider-Man. What a champ.
Uncharted's coming out.
Yeah, do you remember the Uncharted movie? That's happening. Still. David Fincher's... Yeah, David Fincher? Yeah, David Fincher's new film Mank came out. Remember?
Horrible name.
Yeah, it's an awful name. Do you guys remember David Fincher? When was his last good film, huh? Gone Girl? Did people like Gone Girl?
No.
I like that enough. It's fine. Anyway, this is supposed to be not very good. And in fact, believe it or not, when you write a film about the man who wrote Citizen Kane, writing Citizen Kane, it comes off as a little pretentious. For some reason. I can't really explain that.
A film about someone writing a film. Not making a film.
No.
Writing a film.
Not only that, but writing what David Fincher himself has said is the best film of all time in the past.
Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Cool. Cheers, Dave.
Jack Stauber's Opal came out. And it was...
Oh yes, that was quite the experience, quite the watch.
Yeah, I loved it. I like the first time I watched it, I was like, that was pretty good. That was really good for Jack. And then I just like found myself coming back to it over and over again. Oh, it's real good. I hope to see more Adult Swim and Jack Stauber collaboration in future, because Shop was also really fun. Moving on, it's time for theme parks. The Muppets are back in Disney World.
Yay!
They're not doing great moments of history, but they are sat there taking pictures with people and going, hey, whoa. And also they're testing the Velocicoaster. People have seen cars going around the tracks. It looks fucking intense. There's no one even on the fucking roller coaster yet, and it looks insane.
I didn't think I'd ever be able to ride it, to be honest.
Well, it looks pretty wacky and crazy.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
But it's a lot. If I ride Hagrid like 5 times beforehand, then yeah, I'll be able to.
Good luck getting onto Hagrid 5 times.
That's a point. I'll just sit on there and hope they don't see me on the bike.
Alright, that was our last story. And it is also 9:27, and I wanted to finish this up at past, so I think we might make perfect time.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Well, thank you all for coming. Is there anything else anyone wanted to talk about before we lights out?
There's one thing I found out today.
Go on.
Sam & Max Save the World is getting a remaster.
Is it? I know they're making a new
Yeah.
Sam & Max game. I think it's going to be in VR, right?
Yes, that is a thing. Also.
Yeah. But I didn't know that was getting a remaster. I didn't hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's very epic.
Sam & Max Season 1 owners get 50% off when
Very
pre-ordering.
Nice. That's extremely epic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Caden, did you have something?
I'll say, did you want to plug Marshwood?
Yeah, go watch Marshwood, everyone, right
Talk
now.
about that.
Everyone go watch Marshwood. It's a video that exists, and I'm happy with it. Watch all 3 of them in quick succession right now. Even if you've seen the first 2 before, watch them again.
Can you point at the camera and say, and you can get involved?
And you can get involved. Seriously, anyone can get involved with Marshwood. That's the idea behind the show. If you want to be a writer or a voice actor or film something or do some artwork or do anything, then join the Discord, shoot me a DM, put a message in one of the chats, say, hey, I want to write a scary story to tell around a campfire. Then just do it. No one's stopping you. Except you.
Except us, we're gonna say no, fuck you. Whatever you made is bad. You don't deserve to be pressured. Because that's the kind of culture we want to cultivate.
Yes, it is.
Here on the Christian.
Well, that is the culture you want to cultivate. If it's not toxic, it's not working.
No.
Uh-oh. I think that's everything for the day. So, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for coming to the show and talking about all these gamer moments with me.
Oh, also, look at Josh's shirt and how cool it is. Isn't it cool? I love it. I keep looking at it and going, wow, that's such a cool shirt.
This actually might become one of my favorite shows.
Alright, bye.